holy crap. This mother guy. I'm like, what the Today I am picking up a Ouija board that I saw in an estate sale, but one of the things with this specific estate sale is if you want to be one of the first people to get into the sale, you have to come really early and get in line. And then at 10 a.m., the owner of this estate sale will hand out numbers to give to you so that you can be first in line when the sale opens, which is at 11. Your girl got up really early this morning, got there before anybody else, and guess what number she was in line? Number 1. I have never been the first person in line at an estate sale ever like this before. This board has to be fated to come to me because I saw the board. I'm like, wow, that's really creepy and I absolutely love it and I need it. I had to take off work today because otherwise I'd be working right now. It also is raining off and on, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna show up to this estate sale and it's gonna be raining and it's gonna be gross and there's gonna be a long line of people, and I show up, nobody's there. I'm the first one here. I drove like 30 minutes out or where I live to get to this sale. So I show up, number 1, I get my ticket. I got the inside scoop from all the regulars that go to all these estate sales came after me, and I got the inside scoop from them on a lot of the stuff, like a lot of the other sales in the past about like the people that own the homes, estate sales that I went to that they also went to, and I saw them. When I say regulars, these people will come with chairs, sit outside at 4 in the morning and wait until 10 a.m. just to be able to get a ticket like 1 through 10 so they can get into these estate sales faster or be the first ones in line. I got number 1. They asked me what I was like there for, and I said I really want to get a Ouija board, thinking none of these people would want it. Every single person in line said that they also came here because they wanted that board, but they were all kind and nice and they said that I could just have it. And I kind of made besties with them now. I'm like in the cool club. They offered me bug spray and all kinds of other stuff like drinks. So they also said, since we know you now, if you go in there and you see this, can you grab it for me? And I'm like, girl, sure, I'll grab it for you. Your girl's in the clique now. She's in the cool clique. I've been seeing these people go to these sales for the past couple of months, and my goal was to basically get ahead of them at least one of these sales so I can say I got ahead of the regulars that come to these sales. So anyways, I have 45 minutes to burn until 11 o'clock, and then when 11 o'clock comes, the lady grabs all the tickets and I'm just gonna book it. I'm gonna grab the board and it'll be mine. And then maybe afterwards, I'll do an unboxing in this video because I'm not bringing the camera in because I don't know if I can. Wish me luck. Oh my God, guys, holy crap. I got the board. It was really expensive and I was gonna be like, you know what? No, I don't want this. But I was standing in line with all of the OGs, right? And there's this one guy that I don't really like, and I saw him. He's the type of guy that goes to all of these estate sales, buy things, and then resells them on eBay to make money, which I get. A lot of people do that these days, but I go to estate sales to buy the things to keep them. I don't go to estate sales to resell anything. I'm just not that. It's just not my jam. If you do that, it's fine, but that's just not me, right? They all asked me what I wanted to get, and I kept saying the Ouija board, and all of these people were like, oh yeah, oh that's what I wanted, but that's okay, you're first in line, like blah blah blah. If I see it, I'll grab it and I'll give it to you, la, 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 la. I'm like, oh, that's so nice, thinking like, okay, these people are being really, really nice. Well, that one guy that was like third in line, he obviously overheard this. Obviously, I know it's all first come, first served, but I'm assuming, which you never should do if you go to an estate sale, I was assuming that this guy was just gonna be, you know, here, you can take it. So as I give the lady my ticket and I'm like speed walking into the house, this mother guy gives his number to that lady, beelines it, cuts in front of me as I'm in the house, runs over to grab the board. I was like, oh, he's grabbing the board to give to me, because this whole group was like, yeah, if we see it, we'll grab it for you, we'll get it for you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wow, that's so nice. Here, he was grabbing it because he wanted to get it. And he's like, oh, it's $200. And I'm like, oh, it is $200. And then I realized, oh, you want it? And he's like,
well, how much is it worth?
And I'm like, well, if you look up on eBay, sometimes they're worth $1,000 and sometimes they're worth like $50. It just all depends.
He's like, hang on, let me look on eBay.
So I'm standing there, and then this other guy comes up. He's like,
oh, you two fighting?
and I'm like, no, we're not fighting. We're just, if he wants the board, he grabbed it first, he can have it. But if he doesn't, obviously I want it. And he's like making me stand there and wait to buy it. And he's like,
oh, look at this one's worth $1,000.
yeah, that's what I said. They're worth like a couple $100 maybe. I'm not planning on selling mine. I'm planning on keeping mine. This guy's like, well, never mind, here you go, and gives it to me. I'm like, are you sure? You technically touched it first. And he's like, yeah, I'm sure. I'm like, what the f? This guy literally stood in line for, I got there before everybody else, so about, 7:30, he got there at about like 7:45 in the morning, just a little bit after me. And the whole time he's complaining and about how this last week he lost $2,400. He didn't want to disclose what he lost $2,400 from, and he's like tight on money and blah blah blah. So then he runs up to this board thinking that like he's gonna, like, when I saw it was $200, I was like, oh, there's no way he's gonna buy this. He doesn't have any money. He just lost all this money. I got the board. I spent $200 on this board. I'm not gonna sell it. That's a lot of money. I don't know. I just feel like I was supposed to get it. Like I saw it, I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to get that. That's mine. And then the lady that was behind me, she was number 2 in line. She's always first at these sales. Always first. She's never not first. And today, her GPS messed up and took her all through these woods or whatever, because we're literally in the middle of nowhere. Took her through all these woods and everything, and she got lost, and that's what she was complaining about. But she's always first, like it's her thing. When I got there, she rolled up like maybe 5 minutes, not even, after I did. So when I thought about that while I was standing in line, I was like, huh, maybe I was supposed to get this board. I figured the board would have been maybe $80, maybe $100, but it was $200, and that's just, it's a lot of money for somebody with an income like mine. So if you want to leave me a tip, no, I'm just kidding. My Venmo is in the thing. I'm just kidding. You don't have to. This was something that I wanted. But I'm really excited. I Coke in hand. I got what I wanted. What a fucking morning. That was insane. So anyways, I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna like decompress from what that douchebag did. I'll pick it up from there and we'll look at the board. Okay? Love you guys. Bye. Okay, so I just got home. I put out all of my spooky equipment. So I've got my REM pod here. I've got cat balls all over the place. I've got some candles over on this side. So make sure that you are watching the candles and make sure to be watching for the cat balls. Obviously in editing, I'll be able to see it better, but like right now, I can only see so much through the viewfinder. I do have the board with me. There is a symbol on this board that is associated with some pretty negative stuff that obviously I don't condone at all. And then we will see if there's anything tied to this board. So here it is. Obviously you can see the symbol that I am talking about. This is a board that was made copyright 1920. So this is a 1920s board. It's got all kinds of writing all over it. It's very, very unique. It's pretty beat up. And if you want to see the back, people have written on it. People have like dubbed that WEB, web. I don't know what that is. Hopefully that's not a demon. But people have written all over this board. The one thing that kind of freaks me out a little bit, there is a number 8 or an infinity symbol up here. So who knows? There's tons of different names on it. It also has a witch up in the corner and a black cat up here. And then in the bottom, it's got a star in it. I don't know if that's a star David or if this is just a star, but it's not giving me any spooky vibes. But it is, oh, I thought I saw something. Maybe it was just out of the corner of my eye. It's a cool board. I mean, it's beautiful, and I had to fight tooth and nail to get this thing. It is in pretty rough condition. I mean, it's kind of falling apart and everything, but you know, that just gives it more character. So I am going to put this board in the background, probably somewhere in the background, and then we're gonna start talking to some spirits. So here we go. So I just moved the board over here. I was gonna start with the dowsing rods, but we're gonna start with picking a tarot card to see if there is anything here. Well, actually, I'm gonna be using my oracle deck. Is there anything attached to the board that I should be concerned about? Ooh, I got chills. I picked this card earlier when I was just joking around. This is the acceptance and equality card. In this deck, it talks about death is a part of life, and that you should celebrate the loved ones that have passed on and that basically they are with you. This could be there is somebody attached to the board. I'm gonna pick one more. Again, if there is somebody attached to this board, I would love for you to show me by helping me pick a card that represents you. Okay, so I'm gonna choose this one. It's the joy card, which is kind of interesting because this one kind of flipped out before, but I didn't pick it. Okay, so far we've got like positive cards. I don't know. And then we're gonna pick a few more for my crow cards. Okay, so if there's anybody attached to this board, use this deck to show us how you want to be represented. Oh, wow. Ooh, I'm getting chills. I just picked the grief card. Wow, I'm getting chills. Chills, 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 chills. Obviously, grief is sadness. Basically just talking about like, you know, what grief is, which is sadness and a loss. Okay. Whoever's connected to this board, I want you to pick one more card that you think represents you the best in this deck so that I know who I'm talking to. All right, that one fell out. Let's see what it is. Exposed. Ooh, do you feel exposed, whoever is in here? Because I can feel you. Okay, so it wasn't. I was expecting maybe not the best cards being pulled, but surprisingly, that didn't happen. So now we're gonna go on to my dowsing rods. These are pretty straightforward. I've done this a million times on this channel, in my house, in the graveyard. Let's do this. Okay, so if you are here with me right now, can you show me what yes is? Okay, open. And can you show us what no is? Okay, closed. If you are here with us, can you make that REM pod by the board go off? Okay, so it's saying yes. If you go and touch that circle, I'm gonna point for you, this device or any of these little balls and make them go off, they won't hurt you, they just show me that you are here. The REM pod does make noise. I also have other things on the table, like a flashlight. If you touch anything to let us know that you're here, that'd be great. First question, was the Ouija board that I just brought into this room supposed to be mine? Oh, I got chills all up my body. Did the guy that was trying to take that board away from me negative energy? Yes. I'm telling you, when that guy came into the line and he was complaining the whole time and he was just talking negative the whole time, and I just got weird vibes from him and I didn't want to be near him, and I was like, this guy is no good. Look at this. Yes. Is there anything negative connected to this board? No. But I was supposed to get this board. Yes. That's so crazy. See, the thing is I want to know why. Why was I supposed to get this board? Can you point to something in the room that'll show me why I was supposed to get this board? Oh, it's pointing to, oh my God, I have so many chills. It's pointing to all of my like tarot card books and my tarot cards, my astrology books. Is that what you were trying to point to? Yes. Oh. Did the lady that was behind me, did you purposely make her GPS mess up so I would be first in line? Oh my God, this is so crazy. Okay, so there's this one lady that always goes to these estate sales and she's always first. It is so hard to get in front of her because she goes really, really early in the morning. And today was the first day I've ever heard her complain about her GPS taking her down all these crazy streets. And so my GPS worked completely fine on my really old phone. I was able to be first to get in line to go into this estate sale to get this board. When I walked in to the house to get the board, did you help convince the guy that wanted it to not take it? Oh my gosh, I have so many chills. And it's because it was supposed to go to me, not him, right? Yes. Oh my God, this is so cool and creepy at the same time. Was I supposed to get this board because you knew I would take care of it and that it would be in good hands? Yes. And there isn't anything negative on the board. It's connected to the board. Look at that. I didn't even have to finish that sentence and it said no. Whoever is here with me, can you use the rods to point to where you are? I was gonna say you're on the left-hand side of me, aren't you? Yes. You want me to put the board on the wall to display? Yes. So that people on YouTube can see it. Yes. They're using my energy right now. I can feel it. Again, please touch anything that's in the background if you can. So I think we're good with this. So now we're gonna move on to my S-Box. If you don't know what this device is, this is a device that scans radio frequencies really fast forward or really fast backwards. And the concept is the spirits or ghosts are using the radio waves or the radio and the words and the songs that have, you know, words in them. They're going to use those songs to communicate with us. This does get loud. I'm going to try my best to make something out of this because a lot of times it's hard for me to hear what they're saying until I'm listening to the video back. So here we go. You ready? It's loud.
Xbox. Scanning.
I'm gonna get a little close. Is there anybody here? Bob?
Mike.
They say hi, Mike. How many are here?
47.
46? 47? Ooh, I'm getting chills.
It's just Mary.
It's just Mary? Did anybody come here with the board? Is there anybody here? Is there any negative spirits connected to this Ouija board? Do you remember me? You can slow down how fast it goes, how fast it cycles. So I'm gonna slow it down a little because sometimes you gotta mess with it a little bit to make it work. Let's try this again. Is there anybody here right now? I heard it say hello. Oh, hello. Is there anybody here? How many people are here?
Out of the house.
Out of the house. Should I go out of the house? Ew. Is there anything connected to this board that is here with us? Rich. Should I be nervous? Are my relatives here? Okay, I'm gonna ask a couple more questions and then I'm gonna end this session. So if you are here, you can use my energy to talk through this device. Whoa. Once again, is there anybody here that I know? Hi. Is there anything that I should tell one of your loved ones? Is there a special message you want me to tell your loved ones? Do you see how many people are coming through? Not sure what. Okay. Whew, did you notice how when I said, is there any messages that you want me to say to your loved ones? It was like, boom, 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 boom. Because like before it was like a few things, but then when I said that, it just like ramped up. Okay, I'm getting ready to go. Is there any last thing that you would like to say before I go? Okay, I'm leaving now. Once again, last question. Nothing negative is connected to that board, right? No. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Well, Looks like our good old new Ouija board. There's nothing negative attached to it. I hold this and I don't feel nothing, and I feel like if there was something, I would have pulled a weird card. Cat balls would have been just all over the place going off, and they would have definitely said it in this, and nothing. And it, I obviously was supposed to get this. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!